Developing at 4, Governor Abbott's new order means increased restrictions on some businesses in the state, including river recreation. Tubing companies have been shut down and some areas closed access to waterways. Hill Country reporter Leah Durain explains how outfitters are handling the reversal.
Texas waterways have been popular this summer as crowds of tourists and locals cool off in rivers and lakes around the Hill Country. But a spike in coronavirus cases across the state led to new safety measures. Along with other industry requirements rolled out today, Governor Greg Abbott told river outfitters to shut down. He says this is part of a targeted temporary adjustment to the reopening plan needed to reduce the growing spread of COVID-19 and to avoid more extreme measures. Tubing companies in the area are busy notifying floaters of the shutdown. Felcher said, despite all of the hard work, we have been forced to close down. We are working hard to ensure your safety when we open back up. Texas Tubes posted, "We're so sorry for all the chaos and stress that this has caused everyone. We're completely stressed out too." And Rockin' Our River Rides, a business with multiple locations in Comal County, said, "This is hard. Every summer our rivers provide memories for so many. Tourism also supports the livelihoods of over 10,000. We are complying with Governor Abbott's orders so we can help reduce the spread of the coronavirus." The Float Inn beat Abbott to the punch, announcing days ago they would close to help slow the spread of the virus. While some recreation spots are still accessible for floaters who bring their own tubes, there are places with restrictions. The city of New Braunfels shut down river parks today. The city of San Marcos closed theirs last night. In Canyon Lake, the Corps of Engineers shut down campgrounds and the Guadalupe Nature Trail parking lot on weekends. Overlook Park is subject to capacity closures, and the city of Boerne is shutting down their lake on weekends. I'm Leah Durain, the KENS 5 Hill Country reporter.